I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame, though it might be nice to own a jet.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another video on the Blue ZX. If you like car repair videos and you like the idea of what I'm getting up to with this Blue ZX, please subscribe because it helps the channel grow. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to ring the bell icon so you get future updates of all my up and coming uploads. So guys, today's video, what are we doing? Well, the plan is to pretty much try and get as much of the front of the car built back up as possible, and that means I want the heater matrix in, I want all the air ductings in, I want the steering wheel, not the steering wheel but the steering column, all that lot in, and I also want to put all the wires back in as well. So my plan for today is to work my backside off and have a very long and productive day today, but at the same time it's not going to be much in the way of how-tos today, purely and simply because I feel like I'm in a very productive mood and I want to get a lot done. So the idea behind it is I'll keep bringing you back to show you what I've done, and I'll show you how I've done it after I've done it in this video. But there is going to be, from the starting point to the finishing point, hopefully a considerable change in what the front end of this interior looks like. So I think what we'll do is we'll get cracking on that now, and I'll just take you for a little bit of a walk through what I'm going to do first, and then I'll yeah, so let's get started. So the very first thing I had to do, guys, because this car was like a mini sauna, is open some windows so I can actually breathe in here. But anyway, we've got all the dash console wiring. I am going to be putting the steering column on in a little while, but before I do that, these little black clips need to come back out. And why do I say that? Because I've got passenger side rear aftermarket speaker there, driver's side rear aftermarket speaker there, some extra speaker cables, so I want to extend them round, and I'm going to put them down on the bottom of the foot carpet and up, and then bring them through here. So this one will have the wire come out for here and like basically around this area. So just to make it easier, these clips need to temporarily come out. They'll just unscrew with the flathead screwdriver. I can then run the wires round, and then that'll be the speakers there. I'm going to join them up to this ISO block, which will be ready to just plug straight into the harness for the car and the harness for the radio. That was taken out of the dash wiring, still connected, and I just pulled these wires off because I had just twisted and taped them. But I'm going to do a bit of a better fix with that. We're also going to get that aerial cable run round, which I haven't done yet, and this little red wire here is going to be wired up to the blue wire on the power harness. So we've got this ISO block, which was just like a little bit of an extension to match the length of the other one. I'm going to cut this blue wire, 1 minute, cut this blue wire just here, and I'm going to join that onto the red wire. And how am I doing all these joiners, you may ask? Well, I've got this metal tin of tricks, and I've got all these little bullets and spades and all sorts with normally what you would get is you'd get one of these, and they're wire cutters and they're crimpers, and I've still got this because this is one of my first ones and it's still useful for squishing these contacts. But as far as wire strippers are concerned, absolutely pants. I'd rather use these wire strippers, which I've got out. I've got my snips out as well. And this one though, wow, I do miss Maplin, but never mind. Literally you just put it in the top there, and you can't overstress it because as it clicks, click, 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 once it gets to a certain point, it will then spring back open. So it's set to do the correct amount of squish pressure on these things. So that one is what I use all the time, but obviously that's the old one and fail-safe. But so if you can ever get your hands on one of these, if you're doing this, I would highly recommend that. But obviously you're not going to get one from Maplin's now because they're shut. So once that's all done, I have got the dash console wiring, but the heater matrix and everything's going to have to go in first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop wobbling with my voice and boring you to death. I'm actually going to get some work done. So see you in a bit, guys. So guys, I have been doing some work, but it's a bit of a depressive moment. Yeah, sort of. Anyway, enough of that
depressive stuff. It is a bit depressive, I agree, but onwards and upwards, we're going to have to do something else instead, because I can still do some of this, but I can't do all of it. So I'm literally going to put some of the trim panels back and do what I can with the wiring. And you're probably wondering why I'm saying this. So I'm going to show you. Before I show you what I was on about, guys, I just thought I'd let you know that I've put the steering column back in. We've got the gator on there for the steering rack. I just realised I haven't finished tightening this bolt up yet, but I'll do that in a little while. We've got the bolt down there for the... we've also got the throttle cable in place. I've still yet to put the brake pedal assembly apart. Brake pedal assembly together, but we'll do that soon. I've pulled the speaker wires round, so they're all here, and this is all neatened up. I'm a neat freak when it comes to cables, so I've taped all this up just to keep it neat and tidy. And this is all like my own little wiring harness for the radio now, because we've got the two aerial wires, the red wire that was for the aerial, which you can see just here, look, is wired in to, as you'll notice, where is it? There's a blue wire on this plug, but if I follow down, there's no blue wire on this plug, because I just cut it out from that plug. It doesn't need to. I need to get the power from the radio, not the car. So these are the radio ends, and I've left a little bit longer because obviously there's going to be the radio harness go on there as well, so that'll bring that up to a similar sort of length. So that's that. So I've done that. Now on to what I was going to put here, and that is the blower motor assembly, brand new heater matrix. It was going to go all together nicely and be fantastic. Nah, I was wrong. So I've pulled this out, and there is no heater matrix coin at the moment because I've just pulled that out and made an absolute mess of my car. Don't know if I'll be able to show you, but yeah, pulling it out because I'm almost certain I should have a cabin filter on here, but all I've actually got is just that little grid there, which has got plastic over it at the moment to stop rainwater getting in. But I'm almost certain every car in my mind should have a cabin filter, and realistically, if the ZX doesn't come with one, I'm certainly going to try and find something to fit there, because like I said, underneath here I need to clean that up. The actual unit itself needs cleaning, but I wanted to test fit my heater matrix core, and that's where the problem lies. Heater matrix core probably doesn't work because I haven't had heating in this car for such a long time. Well, the whole time I've had the car, the heating hasn't worked. And obviously there is partly a reason why it may not work, because it was absolutely covered and clogged with leaves and little bits of fluff and crud and all sorts. But this is the old heater matrix core. I have been a little bit on the disgusting side. I put my mouth to one side and blew through it, and it seems to have a little bit of a flow of air resistance through, but I don't really know what sort of rate it's supposed to go from one to the other anyway. So, and the other thing is how much of a pain in the arse it is to get out. Whether that's any good or not, I want to replace it. I don't want to put that back in, because even if that is good and for some reason the water rate wasn't going to it, I don't want to put that in because it could start leaking in 6 months' time. It could be all right for another year. It could be all right for another week. I don't know. All I know is that's 25 years old. I don't want it in my car anymore. I want a nice shiny new one. So I did order a nice shiny new one. Wonder if anyone's noticed the problem with it. Nice shiny new one. It'd probably go in that slot nicely actually, but to start with, I'll show you this bit. These don't match up with anything on there as far as screw holes are concerned to put the screws in. And if I lay them side by side carefully, because I don't want to get the new one damaged too much, you will see that, well, basically if I lay that one the other way up, you'll see that the outlets are completely wrong. Fair enough, I've got the surround and the foam bit on here that I probably would have had to change over anyway because it's got the bracket in to hold it. But I can't work with that. Even if it was like this one where it splits, looks like it splits there. Possibly if I could get one that splits there, maybe I could put this outlet onto the new one. But I certainly can't use that. So, unfortunately, guys, that is going to hold up the front end and dashboard and everything rebuild a little bit, because like I said, I don't want to put this old one back in. It ain't going back in my car at all. I want a nice new one, which I know is good. Now, on the other hand, things like this looks all crusty and horrible, but that's the fan speed controller. It's got resistors in it and it works fine. Now, yeah, it looks cruddy and horrible, but I can get access to that from outside the car. So I'm not going to be changing that, because like I say, I live by the rule where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it literally, I can put my hand in on the outside of the car and grab it like that. You can change that from outside. There's not a problem with that. So even though that's old and crusty, I'm keeping that because that still works. But this is inside the car. You've got to remove the whole dashboard out just to get to it. It'd be stupid for me not to replace it. So what am I going to do instead? So what I've decided to do instead is I've decided I'm going to put some of the dash console wiring back in, mainly on the driver's side, and keep it all over that sort of side, because this all goes back onto the middle section / passenger side. So this bulk of this is predominantly more passenger side related than it is, because obviously the steering column and everything. But I can still build up all... I should still be able to build up all the fuse box and put the interior side of the plug together for the engine bay wiring, and there's no reason why I couldn't put all that section together. And then I could also then start putting panels back on, and I can get the bottoms of these seat belts put back in, because I have to take them off so I can put the plastic panel in. And then when I put the plastic panel in, the bottoms of these seat belts can be bolted back in. So that's just a few little jobs I can tie up elsewhere. And maybe I could possibly chuck a few panels at the back in, or do the rear wiper even, or something like that. I'm not sure yet, but I'll mix it up a little bit on this video, I think, and just have it a little bit random. But yeah. So guys, this is where I'm at. I've got the relay board in, which has the plug for the engine bay wiring in. Don't worry, the engine bay wiring isn't in yet. It's just the interior plug that I've put in. There's a little brace bar there, which goes between the relay board and the steering column. We've got the bonnet release catch with the fuse board. All the wiring's loosely fitted up there. We've got, yeah, about them pedals. I'll get onto that in a minute, because I haven't fitted them, but I was going to. So I know I promised big today and I haven't delivered, but all I can say is I apologise about that. But so this is a bit of a crap video today and a bit of a short one, but I've had enough. So the reason I say I've had enough is because it may not look like I've done much, but I've been pretty much non-stop for the last 5-6 hours. And it's just been one of them days where it's really hot, really cold, really hot, really cold. And on top of that, it has just been one of them days where if it could go wrong, it has gone wrong. Anything and everything has just not been nice to me today. That little brace bar, for instance, that goes between the steering column and the fuse board, that took me nearly an hour to put in, just because it'd go on one side and then pop straight off the other side. And then regarding those pedals, that's my mess up. I should have really put them on before putting all the steering column back on, because they go right up inside behind where the steering column bits it. Actually, I'll show you. So you have to bear with me a second, guys, because I'm just trying to get down here to show you a good shot. But literally we've got, right, so that white cap there is the clutch cable. The brass one in the middle of the screen is the brake pedal one. They're not a problem. And the clutch pedal goes onto these two bolts just those two holes just there, one there and one there. So that's not too much of an issue because it's literally right at the bottom. But let me see if I can show you. I don't know if the camera's going to let me, but right, so oh god, guys, right, I see that hole. It's really blurry, but it's right at the top there. I've got to get right up in there to put the brake cable, the brake pedal one on. So literally just that, just on the top left hand corner of the screen right now, there's a hole in the plate there, and there's one the other side, and it's next to impossible to get to. But I've got to get the bolt running through that with a spring on it, and just to put the brake pedal away, back on. So that's pretty much the best you're going to get, I think, on that one. So yeah, it's a case of that's got to go right up inside. It's got that for the brake pedal switch. This one, like I said, isn't too bad of a job because I can probably still get that one quite easily, but the brake pedal one's going to be an absolute nightmare. But oh well. So guys, like I say, apologies for the bit of a poor quality video today, but you are getting daily videos, so I suppose there's going to be one or two at some point, and I'm still learning, but live and learn. Like I said, it's been one of them days where it's just been whatever could go wrong has gone wrong. I'm gonna put these on off camera as well, because I'm probably going to be swearing for this brake pedal one quite a bit. But yeah, I've had enough, guys. I've had enough. Today's just, yeah. Anyway, on better news, there will be still more videos to come. I'm going to do another recording tomorrow, but it possibly won't have anything to do with the front end because I want to come away from this for a little while, just so I can kind of pull my hair out in silence and just give it a break for a minute, if you know what I mean. So I'm thinking, I know I said I'd possibly do some panel work in this video, like the interior panels, maybe the rear wiper, but I'm thinking that'll be the next video, because I need to do something for the next video, don't I, really, guys? So yeah, I'm going to go indoors and send this seller of mine a message regarding the part being wrong and try and get my money back. And I'm going to have some dinner and just kind of chill for the night. So if you like my content, chuck us a thumbs up, and please subscribe, as it helps the channel grow immensely, and I value every one of my subscribers. Thank you all. If you do subscribe, don't forget to ring the bell icon so you get notified of all my future uploads. I'm sure the next video will be much better than this one, and like some of my previous ones have been better, I'm sure. But like I said, it is what it is. And if you want to know what I get up to throughout the day on my daily sneak peeks, I have an Instagram page which is also known as the ZX Guy. Maybe if you would like to, you could take a look over there. And that's pretty much it, guys. Stay safe, take care, bye for now. See you in the next video.